This is Data Science Week 4. Last week we went over previewing methods. This week we're going over data cleansing methods. This project was just to analyze the data set that I provided for you in Google Classroom. So let's get started. Import pandas. So the first thing we want to do, we want to import pandas as PD. Now we want to read in the data set attached on Google Classroom. So we're going to go ahead and go to Google Classroom right now. It should be the last assignment. You should go to instructions, that it should be there. You click on it, and then you want to download it. Now you want to wait for it to download. Once it downloads, you can import it into your files, and then you can go ahead and start reading it in. So you're going to do drinks is equal to pd.readcsv, and you're going to copy the path, and you're just going to delete the first content between the little slashes, and then you're going to go ahead and make sure that you read it in correctly. So it should print out the first 5 rows of your data set. So as you can see, you did. Here are all the columns, all the rows. Good. So now you want to comment that out because you don't want it repeating. Now the next thing you want to do is rename one or more columns in the data set. So we're going to look at which one we like. Nice. So we're going to go ahead and change that one. So we're going to do drinks dot rename, and then we're going to specify columns and set it equal to a dictionary, which essentially that's what a data set is. It's a bunch of keys with values. So we're going to take in the NAICS key and we're going to set it equal to the value of biz code. So stands for business code. We're going to make sure it's in place is equal to true. And now we're going to go ahead and make sure we read that correctly. Okay, so if you can see right now, it changed to biz code. Now lastly, we're going to check to see if there are any null values. Actually, not lastly, second to last. So we're going to do drinks dot is NA, and then make sure it's in parentheses, and it should give us a whole bunch of true and false values. So if it's true, that means it's a null value. If it's false, that means it's not a null value. So as you can see, this data set does have null values, so no answer values. Okay, so now we want to drop all columns that contain null values. So this was my mistake. I meant columns, not rows. So we're going to go ahead and do drinks.dropNA. We're going to specify the axes. So we're going to set it equal to 1 because we want to drop the columns, not rows. And we're going to specify how we want to do this, and we're going to go ahead and set that equal to any. So if there's any null values in that column, drop it. And then we're going to just make sure it's always going to happen, so in place is equal to true. So now we're going to go ahead and do drinks.head to make sure this actually happened correctly. And as you can see that there's only 4 columns left now. And as you can see, if we set the axis equal to 0, then there's not going to be any rows at all because all the rows have null values. It was just the columns that we wanted to specify so we have concrete values. So yeah. So let me change that right there into columns for future reference. Okay, so now we're going to apply drinks.shape, which is going to tell us the shape of the data set now. And as you can see, now there's only 4 columns and that many rows. So you can see that we did it correctly as well. And that's it. So if you guys have any more questions after doing your own research and asking on Google Classroom or your Slack class, then put yourself down for office hours, Thursday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. EST. And yeah, I hope everything is well, and good luck with everything. Thanks for watching.